standing position, feet hip distance apart, knees slightly bent, nice long waist and open rib cage. Hands are straight down at the sides. Start with first inhale through the nose, expanding ribs wide. Exhale out of the mouth, elongate the spine on the exhale. On the second breath, inhale, open ribs, exhale. This will bring you to apnea. Lengthening through the crown of the head on exhale, and then come to apnea. In apnea, you're just reaching the fingertips straight down as you grow through the crown of your head. Next breath of the next cycle, we're going to exhale through the crown of our head. And on the second breath, we're going to inhale, stay here. As you exhale, point the fingertips in towards each other and come to apnea again. In this apnea, elevate arms to chest height. Arms stay there on inhale. As you exhale, we're going to slowly bring the arms down as you grow through the crown of your head. Second breath, inhale, open your ribs, exhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, return to apnea. In this apnea, we're going to bring the arms all the way up over the head. Bend the elbows a little, wider hands a little more. Stay with your arms over your head for your inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms back down to starting position at your hips. Inhale, open ribs. Exhale, stay here, lengthen through the crown of the head. Next breath, we're going to go into a lunge position. We're going to inhale, ribs nice and wide. Exhale, and then we're going to step forward into what we call a 90-90 lunge position. We're going to inhale again, open the ribs, exhale, come down to apnea. In apnea, we're going to press down with the right hand into the right thigh, and we're going to lift the left hand up overhead. We're going to stay for our inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the hand back down and return to apnea once more. This time in apnea, we're going to lift the arm again. As we inhale and as you exhale, we're going to bring the arm back down. We're going to stay here for another inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come forward into the hinge position, hands on your thighs. We're going to inhale, open ribs, and press hands down into the thighs. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale and come to apnea. This is great for spinal decompression and back pain. Stay for the inhale. As you exhale, we're going to reverse lunge back with the opposite leg. We're going to inhale, open ribs, and come to apnea again. In apnea, press down with the left hand, and we're going to raise our right arm overhead. We're going to stay here for an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring that hand back down to starting position. One more breath, open ribs, on inhale, and on exhale, we're going to really lengthen through the crown of the head. Press down the left hand into the thigh and come to apnea again. Bring arm all the way overhead, and then inhale, and on your exhale, bring back down to starting position. One more inhale here in the lunge, and as we exhale, come to the hinge position, and one more in the hinge position. As we inhale, we're going to come to apnea, really opening the ribs and growing through the crown of your head. We're going to use our hands and our legs for spinal elongation. So really push against those thighs. Stay for exhale. Take one more breath here. Exhale, come to apnea again. And in this apnea, we're going to tuck in your chin. Rest of spine stays neutral. Inhale, open rib cage. Exhale into apnea. In this apnea, we're going to round the upper back and go and keep the lower back neutral. One more breath here and return to apnea. In this apnea, we're going to round the lower spine. So now the whole spine is rounded. This is excellent for lifting up the uterus. We're going to stay here for an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and put hands on the floor with fingertips pointing in. One more breath here. And as we exhale, come to apnea. In apnea, try straighten your knees and look through your legs. Keep elbows slightly bent. Stay here for inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees again. Stay for inhale. Exhale, come down to all fours. Inhale, open ribs. As you exhale, put a little more weight into your hands and really puff up the chest into the shoulder blades. One more breath here. On exhale, come to apnea and really press down into the floor. Keep elbows bent. This is great for the obliques. As we exhale, lengthen through the crown and come back to apnea. In this apnea, we are going to round the neck, then the upper back, then the lower back, all at the same time. Stay for inhale. On exhale, come back to neutral spine. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to cross our feet and come back to a seated cross leg. We're going to place our hands on top of your knees, fingertips pointing in. On inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, come to apnea. In apnea, gently pull on the knees to help you stay lengthened in the spine and open the ribs. We're going to stay here for your inhale. And on this exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the mid-thigh area with our fingertips pointing in. Another breath here. Press your hands down into your thighs to lengthen your spine and come to apnea again. In apnea, press hands into thighs to maintain the rib cage. Stay for one inhale. On the exhale, one more breath. Inhale, exhale, come to apnea again. In apnea, first press the hands into the thighs. Then you're going to gently lift the hands all the way up over your head. Maintain that length in the waist. Stay for your inhale. And then as you exhale, bring hands back down. Inhale here with hands on your thighs. As we exhale, you're going to switch your feet, hands back on your knees. As we exhale, we're going to come to apnea. First apnea, hands are in front of you on your knees, hands gently pulling on the knees to maintain that length. On this exhale, slide hands to mid-thighs and then press down. We're going to inhale, exhale, and then come to apnea. In apnea, we're going to press down on the thighs. Stay here for inhale. As we exhale, gently press down on the thighs again. One more breath. Exhale, press hands on thighs and come to apnea. Here we're going to raise our hands up over our head. We're going to inhale, stay here. Exhale, return hands to the thighs. We're going to inhale here and really open up out those ribs. We're going to exhale, lengthen the spine. And on your next breath, we're going to transition onto your back. Nice and slow, one elbow at a time to the floor with a nice neutral spine. Here we're going to lay with your hands at your sides. I'm going to get you to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to hook those feet and pull the heels towards your bottom as we grow through the top of the crown. One more breath here and come to apnea. Exhale, pull heels towards the bottom. In apnea, you're going to seamlessly open up the rib cage and grow through the crown of your head. Stay here, and on your next breath, as you inhale, we're going to bring your hands up over your head into a Y position. As you exhale, keep hips down, pull heels to your bottom and grow through the crown of your head. And now we're going to come into apnea. In apnea, we're going to lift the hips up into a bridge position. We're going to stay in the bridge for your inhale. And as you exhale, we're very slowly going to lower your hips and pull those heels towards your bum as you grow through the crown of your head. Inhale here. Exhale, bring hands back down to your sides. Let's do this one more time. We're going to inhale, raise arms up into the Y position. Exhale, lift hips up. Pull heels towards the bottom and come to apnea. In apnea, we're going to lower the hips and grow through the crown of your head. And then return hands down to the sides on your exhale. One more time. We're going to inhale, open ribs. Exhale to apnea, hands at the sides. We're going to hold this one for as long as you can. Pull your heels towards the bottom, growing through the crown of your head. Expand the rib cage. Huge spinal decompression here. Inhale, exhale, and well done.